Hey, Michael Bowen here. Just sit here and put my nuts up on Clint's freshly painted engine. Alright, so a viewer asked whenever I was doing some rivet work on the deck over boat, why not just use pop rivets? And I answered the question and I was sort of happy with the answer, but I thought, that's a good video idea. So let's talk about some rivets. Alright, so why not just use pop rivets whenever you're doing rivet work? Well, for one, being an aircraft guy, pop rivets go against my grain. All right, my grain is this way. It goes 180 or 90 degrees against my grain. All right, so I got a few different rivets here. Solid rivets. Come out. All right, so I have a solid rivet here. This is a softer rivet than what we would normally use for structural purposes. This is not used for structural purposes, but I brought it because I wanted to show you what happens. Hand squeezer. Now, what happens on a solid rivet whenever you squeeze it, first thing it does is the base of it swells. So if your hole is slightly oversized, maybe a little bit cattywampus, it will swell and take up the gap so that you got a nice solid fit inside the hole. And you know what she said, the hole's totally filled, she likes it better. All right, so what happens, right there's your rivet. Like I said, this is a soft rivet, so now you see the base of the rivet is swelled quite a bit, so that whenever you squeeze a rivet, drive a rivet, the base is going to swell, fill the hole all the way. Now, I got a couple different popping rivets here. So there's a pop rivet. All aluminum body, no steel, nothing to it. On the bottom there is a little ball. So they put the stem through it, make a little ball on the bottom. And what happens whenever you pull this, your little puller goes down against the base of the rivet and pulls the stem through. All right, so the stem is being pulled through until it gets to where the hole is small, right? And at that point, it starts squeezing together, squeezing your material together. And then the stem should ideally pop off flush with the head of the rivet. All right, so the bottom of it is it's pulling together, but it's not swelling in the hole. So your hole can have a little bit of play to it. Now that's fine for application like I was doing, where I was just trying to hold two pieces of material together. But for like the wing of an airplane, your wings actually flex in flight. So that flexing, that constant movement of that area, the rivet will start to taper away, will work material away from your rivet. And eventually it'll fail, the head will pop off, go away, and it'll be doing nothing in the hole, and you have to pop a new rivet in there. Now, they do make structural rivets. This is called a cherry lock. This is a structural rivet. It's magnetic, there's steel in there, iron pieces. Iron is what's magnetic, not necessarily steel. So there's bits of iron in there to make it harder or make it less. Whenever the wing does work, there's less for it to work away. All right, so this here is about $5 a squeeze right now. The price is going up. So we don't use a lot of those. Your solid rivets are 10 cents a ton. Your Cherry Maxes and your Cherry Locks are about $5 a squeeze. So you see why we use the regular rivets as opposed to the cherries. There you go. I hope that helps a little bit. All right, so let's take a tour of the shop. So in the shop, still got Clint's boat with my nuts sitting up on the engine here. it's ready to go. It's damn near ready to run. He's got his oil lines. He's been doing all this work. I haven't been helping, not really at all. But yeah, he's got his lines run, oil pressure, fuel, water separator. Oh man, little pump right there going up to the fuel pump. Fuel lines are run. My goodness, you kind of get a bigger battery, but you know, yeah, he's gonna have a really nice boat. And the thing is, he's like I am. I want to get it one and done. I want to do this one time because, you know, next time I don't want to do it. So yeah, Clint's boat looking real nice. Clint got his seats painted yesterday. Got the cushions ready to go. So here's the deck over, freshly painted, all silver. This is what it looks like, basically closed up. Got it, center section closed up. These here are ready to be screwed back down. They're installed. Fuel lines coming out. There'll be a bilge pump in there. So basically, if this thing was water to splash up the back, it'll just sheen off. Your deck will catch most of it. Your deck close out will catch most of it. You got your little breathers right there. That'll catch a little bit. Whatever goes in, the bilge pump will pump right back out. Not a big deal. That's it. Just a little short update. No riding this past weekend. It was a family weekend. We had a good time. No riding next weekend probably. It's Mother's Day weekend, and well, we got to pay respects to the mothers. But next weekend, the 15th, we got races. We got races to get to. Clint's trying like hell to get his boat ready for the 15th. That's 2 weeks away. I think he'll make it. Yeah. So there you go. We'll see you out there on the 15th, if not before. Michael Bowen, Florida Man Rides.